What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the new Samsung Galaxy Tab A9 Plus that just released in the United States yesterday. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. Super excited to talk about this new Galaxy Tab A9 Plus. So this is going to be a budget tablet. I believe this is replacing the Galaxy A8, and this is basically just going to be called the A9 Plus. I think overseas they have the regular A9, but I don't think the US is getting the regular one. So we do have a couple of models and a couple different prices, and if you guys for whatever reason want to pick up this tablet online, it is available at Amazon.com. I'll leave a link in the description down below, and that is going to be my affiliate link, so it always does help out the channel if you use that link. So this model of the tablet is going to be the 64GB of internal storage model, and we are going to have 4GB of RAM on this model as well, and that is going to retail for $219, so it's very inexpensive. However, if you guys do want a little bit more storage, obviously to download more applications, they do have an 8GB of RAM variant, and that's going to give you 128GB of internal storage as well. So for a lot of you, that's a no-brainer, and it's only $50 more at $269, so definitely would be the better deal out of both of these devices. With this device, we also have Android 13, we also have Wi-Fi 5, we have a 7040 milliamp battery, which pretty much everybody's been saying it lasts for about 6 hours, which isn't terrible. This is also going to be about a 10-inch tablet, so it's kind of big, 1 pound as well, so has a little bit of weight to it. USB Type-C. We do also have micro SD card expansion up to 1 terabyte, so really nice to see that. We have facial recognition, and we have quad speakers with Dolby Atmos on this as well. So these are going to be some pretty nice speakers from what I've heard so far. Really nice that we have those quad speakers. That's very rare to see on a budget tablet right here. We also have the Snapdragon 695 5G on this device as well, which is beautiful to see. For our GPU, we have a Qualcomm Adreno 619. And as far as the display goes, I've been hearing it's pretty decent so far, even though it is only TFT. But it is 1920 by 1200 and 90 hertz as well. And of course, we have 3 different color variants. We have graphite, we have silver, which I believe is the one that I got, and of course we have the navy blue that I think looks pretty cool, but I didn't see it available on Amazon. But without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this device and see what this brings. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and cut each side of this box. Go ahead and slide out this tablet. All right, y'all, so first and foremost, we have the tablet on the top, which actually feels pretty premium. We're gonna go and put that to the side, and we just have this little box right here in the middle, which I believe is going to host, yes, our USB Type-C to Type-C data cable right here, our quick start guide and terms and conditions, and of course always our SIM ejector tool right here, which you guys can obviously expand your storage as I said before. So that is everything that we get inside the box. I was hoping that we are at least going to get a charger brick. Not the biggest deal in the world though. All right, y'all, so let's take this out of its little wrapping right here. Alright guys, so we have the Galaxy Tab A9 Plus in all of its silver glory. Of course, they have 2 other colors on this tablet, but I chose the silver, and I think it actually looks pretty good. It's kind of two-tone right here. This one kind of feels a little bit more colder to the touch, but all in all, it feels pretty premium. Of course, we have our Samsung logo right here, and just above that, on the top left side of the tablet, we have our camera right here. And we're going to talk about the specifications and everything on that later on. But as far as build quality, I'm pretty impressed, especially for $219. Now, bottom of this tablet, I'm actually pretty impressed. They have saved the 3.5mm headphone jack, so always great to see that. We have a noise canceling mic right here, a USB Type-C port, and of course 2 speakers at the bottom of the tablet as well. Right side of the tablet, we have our volume up and down rocker, as well as our power button just above that. Top of the tablet, we have 2 more speakers that are going to be using that Dolby surround sound audio. Love to see it. On the other side of the tablet, we actually have these gold prongs right here that you can connect accessories like a keyboard and stuff. So if you guys want to use third-party keyboards, they actually do work on here, but they have some other really cool stuff like book covers and stuff like that. So if you guys really want to turn this into a laptop, it is capable of DeX, so you guys can always do that. But we have that attachment right there on this, and of course we have our SD card slot if you guys would like to expand storage up to 1 terabyte. All in all though, I'm pretty impressed. I'm going to boot up this tablet, fill in all of the stuff I need to fill in and show you how this looks so far. All right, everyone, so our tablet is finally on and set up, and of course we can either use this in landscape or portrait mode. So if we turn this to the side, we're going to go to our landscape mode right here, which for most people, I feel like you guys are going to be using it this way. But yeah, if you guys swipe to the left right here or swipe right, you guys are obviously going to get your Google feed right here. Obviously, if we swipe up, we have all of our applications. It really looks like we didn't get any sort of bloatware on this tablet, so that's great to see. Other than we have Netflix right here and Spotify that we can obviously deactivate or uninstall. So that's pretty much all we have on here. We have all of our Google applications as well. If we go to our swipe down menu, we have our Wi-Fi, we have our sound, we have our Bluetooth, auto rotate, airplane mode, power saving mode, link to Windows, screen recorder natively on here. We have Dex right here, which is going to be one of the buying reasons for this. So if you guys don't have a laptop or don't want to use a laptop, or you guys use a lot of the Google applications or Microsoft applications for work, you guys can save a lot of money just by getting this tablet and obviously getting a keyboard accessory and just using Dex on there to write reports and do your work on there. So obviously if we click on Dex, this is going to open Samsung Dex, and we are going to be in a desktop mode, and then you are going to dock this on one of those $50 or $60 keyboards or a third-party one that may be a little bit cheaper. And of course, we're going to have a different version of the Samsung Galaxy A9 Plus. We're going to be able to use this in a different way. So as you guys can see, if we go into Google, it's obviously going to look more like a desktop mode right here, and we can either use the tablet keyboard on here or we can use the keyboard that we have on here. So that is one of the reasons why people use Samsung Dex to get work and stuff done like this. Obviously, you're going to be able to cast this to a screen as well. And we have a bunch of different options and stuff down here as well. But if you guys want to go ahead and exit Dex, you guys can go ahead and click on these dots and then click exit Dex. But this is basically like a desktop mode of the Galaxy A9 Plus. So if you guys are interested in that, that is always there for you. Also on our drop down bar menu, we have Dolby Atmos for speakers. That's kind of like a surround sound experience. We have our dark mode, which is going to be turned on. And we have some other modes and stuff. We can also add a ton of other stuff to this list already. Like color inversion, secure Wi-Fi, sync, microphone access, daily board, all that type of stuff. So if you guys would like to add that, that is there for you as well. But so far, right off the bat, I have to say that this display isn't bad at all. It is a TFT display, but it doesn't look bad by any means. If you guys tilt the tablet a little bit like this, you guys are going to get like that little dark mode. So if that bothers you at all, obviously pick another tablet. But I feel if you look at this head on or you're playing games and you just tilt it a little bit, it's not going to be too annoying. But if you guys are really annoyed by stuff like that, definitely would recommend something else. But other than that, 1920 by 1200, it looks good. Also, if we open up an application, so we open up YouTube, let's go ahead and open up YouTube right now. There is going to be a little bit of a menu down here for other applications. So these are like a shortcut toggle menu or whatever when you open up other applications. So that's cool to see. So if you want to launch for whatever reason, Google, go ahead and click on Google, and that's a little shortcut for you right there. Also, as far as the fluidity of this tablet so far, it seems pretty decent. We are going to be trying some video games on this later on. So if you guys have anything that you want me to run, leave it in the comments section down below. I'll go ahead and see if we can go ahead and do that. But it's been running decent with the 695 processor, just going through a few applications so far. Maybe a few hiccups here or there, but it looks fine so far. Now getting into the cameras on these devices, as far as our rear-facing camera, we are going to have an 8 megapixel autofocus camera, and our front-facing camera is going to be a 5 megapixel front-facing camera. Obviously, this is going to be something that you use for Skype and video calls and stuff like that. This is not going to be something that you're making award-winning films with, or even YouTube videos. Maybe if you guys want to make your first few YouTube videos, you guys can use this, but this isn't going to be something that I would recommend using for content creation. But let's just go ahead and take a picture and see how this looks. So that is the clarity that you can expect as far as the camera on this tablet goes. And this is a lot better than cameras at this price tag on tablet. Tablets notoriously just don't have the best cameras in the world. Even if you're using a tablet that's like $700 or $800, they usually don't have the greatest cameras ever. This is definitely going to get you by for like Skype video calls and stuff like that. But you can also take your occasional pictures. Not saying you can, but isn't going to be better than your phone. Also, the last couple things I wanted to check up on is the video and the sound on this tablet. Obviously, our display is 1900 by 1200, and we also have 4 speakers on this device that utilize Dolby Atmos, so I'm super interested to see how that sounds. So let's go ahead and check them out. Alright guys, so I've heard the speakers on this device are actually really, really good, so we're going to go and check those out in 3, 2, 1.
I'm feeling it, and my bones telling me it's right. It's so different, but when you take me to the light, it's like a cigarette, and I'm burning at your lips. It's not so innocent, and you kick it up, and now I want to show you all what you deserve.
So the speakers on this tablet are absolutely going to be the highlight of this tablet. It sounds really, really good. Very, very loud. Obviously, we have 4 speakers on here, but also the bass on this is very decent. And at $219, I don't really hear any tin at all. So these are going to be, for the price tag, extremely high quality speakers. Alright guys, so next thing we're going to check out is the video on YouTube. And of course we have the Costa Rica in 4K 60 FPS HDR video right here that we always use. So let's go ahead and see how this looks. Alright everyone, so that was the video on the Samsung Galaxy Tab A9 Plus, and I have to say it looks really good. For $219, even seeing that we have a TFT display on here, it honestly doesn't really take too much away from the tablet's display. The colors are good, the clarity is very good, and 1920 by 1200 is going to be more than enough for the average consumer on a $219 tablet right here. So I'm very impressed with both the speakers and the display. I was hoping that this was going to be at least IPS or maybe even OLED or something, but for $219, I think this is still a very, very solid tablet since, of course, we have decks on here. We have very, very loud speakers on here, 4 speakers to be exact, so a quad speaker setup, the Snapdragon 695 processor. We also have a 7,000 milliamp battery on here, and you know, I think the 2 biggest things that are going to be the biggest gripes for people is going to be the 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Obviously, we can expand storage, but I don't believe it is adoptable storage for applications and stuff like that. So if you guys do want to download a lot more applications, you are going to want to get the 128 gigabyte variant of this tablet. But other than that, this is going to be perfect for your day-to-day media consumer. Maybe you play Candy Crush or PUBG or a couple of games on here, download a couple things like that, but the majority of this tablet, you're doing Google Docs and you're watching YouTube videos and Netflix like that. This is going to be perfect for you. I don't think for the majority of people, for like 95-96% of people, you're going to be content with this tablet. So if you guys are not trying to spend too much money, I can absolutely recommend the Samsung Galaxy Tab A9 Plus. I think it's definitely a value for money tablet. There are a couple drawbacks that I said before, but again, for most people, this is going to be totally fine. So for my first impressions of this tablet, I have to say I'm impressed. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Would you guys pick up this tablet? Do you even care about this tablet? What tablet are you currently using? Let me know in the comment section down below. But hopefully this video was helpful to you, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. This has been Safon from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.